Hey peeps, welcome back. We're talking The Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 9, Episode 14. Hey, before we get into the video, please do me the honors of subscribing to my channel, hitting the notification bell so you can always be notified when I post new content, hitting the thumbs up because that does wonders for my channel, and share. Thanks. All right, you guys, if you hear this noise in the background, that is my heat fan. It is going to be -10 tomorrow. It is cold as heck here. Anyway, I'm not going to complain about the cold when the people of California are going through so much. My prayers are going out to the people of California. Giselle went out on social media right before the show aired and posted a picture of the group from the trip to Panama, and she cut Mia out of the photo. I wonder if this has anything to do with the reunion, because you know they just filmed the reunion a few days back. Oh man, I'm looking forward to seeing that reunion. All right, so let's get into the show. So it's day 3. They are still in Panama. It's the 4th of July, and the ladies are absolutely excited. However, they kind of miss being at home in America for the 4th of July, which is understandable. One of my favorite things is on the 4th of July, we all get together, my family, my friends, for fireworks. So I totally understand them kind of wishing that they were home. All the ladies go over to Giselle's villa, which is Villa 26, and she has decided to rename it and call it The Goat. So they are all living it up. It's breakfast and they're having pina coladas. I'm telling you, I love a good pina colada. Every time I go on a tropical vacation, that is the first thing I order. And let me tell you, I order quite a few of them because I like a little pina colada. And mostly, I only have drinks if it's a special occasion or if I'm on vacation. I love a good vacation. Anyway, Stacey and Giselle's friendship, I love it. I think that Stacey is a sweetheart and she is growing on Giselle. And I think Giselle loves messing with her. The whole "don't sit so close to me, Stacey." They're just back and forth banner is hilarious to me. Now, Stacey sharing that video of her daughter, that melted my heart. She sends her the sweetest little video telling her how much she missed her and couldn't wait for her to get home. I thought that was really beautiful. Stacey was having a tough day, bringing up memories about meeting her husband and how her and their daughter have been a family all these years, and it's extremely hard. And I appreciated Wendy. She was so supportive, telling her that they would be there for her. They would rally around her. And even Giselle was trying to be supportive. She told Stacey she would allow her to touch her. Stacey said, oh, she went in for the touches. Okay, Giselle said, oh gosh, I don't know. I think they're cute. I love seeing Giselle and Stacey. Mia then apologizes to Giselle. This time she wanted to do it in front of the rest of the group and on camera. I personally don't believe Mia at all, and I am absolutely surprised that Giselle took the apology as easy as she did, because I would not have been able to. Now, I know that we did not see her call Giselle's children whores, but that is what is going around on the blogs. However, you pretty much insinuated children were whores with those comments that you made, and there is no way, whether you apologize on camera in front of the group, off camera, behind everybody's back, that I'm willing to let it go and forgive you. Situations like this, even though I don't condone violence, if you think that you are going to get into my face and tell me that my children are whores, I'm gonna whoop your ass. Okay, that's it. I'm gonna be fired from the show and possibly arrested. I don't love that. Don't do that. All of a sudden, Wendy brings up that she just got a text message about Kay's lawsuit with Deborah. And I said, that was nobody but production. Somebody on the production team held this in their back pocket, texted to Wendy, and in the text, it probably said, bring this up right now. You know what I mean? Why the hell else would we be talking about this? It turns out that Deborah is countersuing Kay for $7 million. Deborah is saying that Kay is a liar. Kay is an attention seeker. She just wanted to be famous. She just wants to be broadcast on TV and all over social media. She's saying that Kay had the fight recorded and posted on TMZ, that Kay was the aggressor and she's the victim. Absolutely not. Everything she said about Kay is a deflection. That is Deborah. Deborah is the one that is thirsty as hell, came on that show talking about Happy Eddie and Chris. Deborah wanted to be a full-fledged housewife, and that didn't work out well for her at all. We couldn't stand her from the moment she got there. And Wendy and the Dr. Whistlebound, that cracked me up. That was funny. I appreciate that Ashley stepped up and said that she was really sorry for everything that was going on. She says that she does feel bad because she brought Deborah into the group, and she feels as if she hadn't brought Deborah into the group, none of this would have happened. And Kay tells her, don't worry about it. She's not blaming her for it. And she told Ashley that she doesn't have to be worried about it or feel bad about bringing Deborah around. But then we see Ashley talking to Giselle, and she says that she feels really bad because she believed that when Kay and Greg went to Paris, Greg was going to propose to her, but because of all of the fighting, because of her getting rushed to the emergency room, the lawsuits and everything else that was going on, that he may have decided not to propose to her when they were in Paris. She felt that it wasn't her place to ask Kay about it. Giselle realized that Ashley felt bad about this situation. She tells Giselle that she's embarrassed because it was her friend and it totally got blown out of control. And I don't think she should be embarrassed at all. That was Deborah's idea to get crazy and act stupid trying to be on the show, in my opinion. Now, because of all this, she's concerned that she is a bad judge of character. Well, looking at your choice of husband, well, I don't want to kick anybody when they're down. Moving on. Did anybody else think that Kay was already engaged to Greg? Because I thought that Kay was already engaged to Greg. I thought that's why they were living together and that's why they were building the house together. Giselle set it up so that Ashley could have this conversation with Kay. Ashley tells her how bad she feels about the engagement. Kay tells her don't feel bad about it at all. It's okay. They were not ready at the time, so she thinks that they needed more time, and she doesn't believe that he was going to propose to her anyway when they went to Paris. She says she thinks that in a couple of months when the house is ready and they move into the house, then he'll probably ask. Then she had some sort of math equation thing that she had figured out that 3 years in a relationship is how her math is working. After 3 years of dating, they should be engaged. And I tell you what, I don't blame her, because after a certain age, you don't have all day to fool around. Either you want to be together and married or you don't. Now, Wendy getting involved, I don't know if that was a joke or not, when she says, do you want to know if he was going to ask you in Paris, because she had been talking to Kay's mom, and then she says, oh no, my lips are sealed. I have a feeling that was a joke. Ashley then FaceTimes with Josh, and listen, they're still together. When she was on Watch What Happens Live, she says that they are still together, so I was really happy to hear that. She also said on Watch What Happens Live that she is absolutely not friends with Deborah. She has no idea what's going on in that woman's life and does not want to. However, she says she wishes Deborah the best. Giselle helping Stacey with her wig. I said, oh Lord. Then she goes in for the hug, and Giselle says, nope. She was doing too much. Then when they get on the daggone Sprinter van, Mia starts talking to her about her wig. She said that Stacey looked like a pirate. She need to move that back because she needs to show more of her edges. I said, damn it, Stacey just cannot win. That's all I'm saying. These ladies always find something. Daggone it. So Ashley's singing that song that we all know and trying to get Stacey to finish the lyric. Stacey is a lady. Okay, she is not about to finish that lyric. However, as Ashley was singing it, I was too, so I'm not a lady. Anyway, Wendy rents them a nice boat, and she says this is a real boat. That was a tugboat at Lake Norman. She says this boat has cabins. Thank you, Wendy. Oh my goodness. And everybody noticed that Karen was a little bit off. She was very low-key. She looked really tired. I think that it was probably because maybe it was getting closer to her court date. Maybe her stress level was just really high because she was afraid of what was going to happen. Maybe she was rethinking her decision. maybe we should take a plea deal because these videos are going to come out at some point. I did hear on Robin and Giselle's Reasonably Shady podcast that Robin said she thinks that Karen is going to get 60 days jail time and she's going to have her license suspended for a year. I think that she's going to get jail time too. I think she's going to get jail time, community service, and she'll probably have to get one of those breathalyzer things attached to her car. That's just my guess because this is her second DUI offense. Get down in the comments, you guys. Do you think that she's going to serve jail time? Because if I was the judge, I would definitely sentence her to jail up to 2 years. She would also have to use a breathalyzer, and she would have to do community service, and she would have to go to meetings. Like, you know, this is your second time doing this. You're going to learn today. That's just my opinion. I am not a fan of driving drunk. Karen tells them that she's okay. She's just not that into sea life. And every time they get together on one of these trips, there's always a boat involved. And my thing is this, if this is really true and you're not a fan of sea life, you know that there's going to be a boat involved, you have a couple of options. One, you can plan another activity for that day and see if you can convince one of the other housewives to do it with you. Or two, you can grab yourself another one of those ginger ales and a Dramamine. I mean, that's what I would do. Now, when Giselle was playing around with Stacey and said that she wanted her to wear bikini bottoms like Ashley, and Stacey said, I don't think I have enough booty to fit in those bikini bottoms. Stacey knows the truth. That is true. She does not have enough to fit in those bottoms. I'm just saying. One of the ladies said something about they didn't think Mia's butt was real, and she said, yes, it is. It's my stomach. I thought that was hilarious because the truth is I don't have any butt either. But if you ever see me with one, it was from my stomach for sure. So then they have this segment with Mia and Jacqueline. I am over this. I really am. Is that all that they have? When I listen to them talk constantly about this weird friendship that they have, an old song, I think from the 90s, pops in my head.
Free code, let your motherfucking knees touch your elbows. Free code.
Have you ever heard that song? I'm sorry, but that's what I think of. I am sick of the two of them. What else do they have to offer? I would rather go back to the Mia that was braggadocious. I make $450,000 a year, or whatever that amount was that she said. I have 14 massage places. Oh my gosh, I'm the CEO. I'm the director of marketing. I go back to that. Because this is disgusting. And I'm with Stacey. Why do we always have to hear about Mia and Jacqueline's sex life? Why do we have to hear about their stories all the time? If this is all you have, we don't want it. It's too much.
I beg you, please stop.
In this story about Ink and his friends, now we're supposed to believe that the friend is PP. That's what she calls him. Patrick. How is it possible that it's Patrick? Am I confusing friends? I could have sworn they brought up Patrick in the same conversation. And Patrick had just met Ink in the kitchen at their apartment. So how could it have been him? And I don't care what anybody says. Those two women slept with Ink and they probably both slept with Patrick. I think Mia tried to say that her and Patrick only kissed or something. To me, that is weird. When I am with somebody, I'm with that person. And I am not out here sharing. I am not out here like pass my man to the left, pass him to the right. No, this dude is with me. Cut the shit. And let me tell you something else. If my friend has a guy, he's with her. I don't want to be bothered. Jeez. Why don't they just say they're swingers? Just come out and say that. And can somebody tell me why the hell Jazzy wasn't on this trip? I really like her. And I would have loved to have seen Jazzy on this trip. If they asked me about next season, I would get rid of Mia, Jacqueline, and Ashley. keep all the rest of the girls and bring in a couple of new people. Also, that comment that Mia made in her confessionals that Jacqueline went out with a guy that she had just met. They went out on the town, and when they got back to her house, she was a little stiff. So Mia helped loosen them up, and then she got pregnant. Why does she sound like a pimp? I don't love this. I'm embarrassed for both of them, and I'm also embarrassed for Bravo and Universal and Andy. This is all you have to give? As a matter of fact, what is everybody else's storyline this season? We have went through Mia's storyline from the first episode to this one. What is everybody else's storyline? When they asked Stacey if she was missionary, if she was a bottom or a top, I said, you know, Stacey didn't have a clue what the hell they were talking about. And when she figured it out, you knew she was not going to answer. Leave that classy woman alone. We need to have some sort of class on this show. I did not like this yellow outfit that Ashley was wearing. It was the top. But you know, the thing is I never like anything Ashley wears. I really hate her fashions. Now, Ashley hitting on Jacqueline, I thought that was weird. It looked odd. They were out of place. I said, now, me and Jacqueline kissed on the boat, you know, a little peck. Then Ashley and Jacqueline kissed. It was just a lot happening. It was a bit more than I wanted to be bothered with. Jacqueline was blushing like a high schooler. Ashley was definitely Austin or whatever she calls herself. And, you know, Jacqueline said Mia was going to be very upset. And I thought she was just joking. I was laughing so hard on the Sprinter van when Wendy says that Karen copied her party, Mia copying her dress. She said if they just want to be her, say that. They do, Wendy. Everybody wants to be the Godiva goddess. Is that what she calls herself? The Godiva goddess? I think so. So when they get to the restaurant, Wendy has pre-ordered for everybody. For this particular situation, I kind of like the idea that she pre-ordered a whole bunch of food because the food will be there soon. They don't have to wait. No one has to shuffle around a whole bunch of menus. But I tell you what, I don't like it when people order for me. I'm going to tell you something that happened to me. One time I went out to dinner with a coworker, and she was in one of those marriages where her husband is extremely controlling, extremely rude, and abusive. And I didn't like him. However, she couldn't go out if her husband couldn't come with her. So we went out to a very nice restaurant that I absolutely love. And I always know what I want. I don't have to look at a menu. I know what I want. So we get there, and this dude orders for her, orders for himself, and then starts to order for me. I said, and he looked at me odd. I said, don't do that. I order for me and I pay for myself. No, thank you. I got this. And let me tell you, that dude shut up the entire night. The next morning when I seen her at work, she was the happiest, most upbeat, laughing and smiling. She said nobody has ever talked to Chris like that before. I said, well, that's the problem. You need to start talking to Chris like that more. That's just bullshit. Luckily for her, she ended up finally seeing the light, divorcing that loser and marrying a real prince. Well, not a real prince, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Anyway, Ashley announces to everybody that her and Jacqueline kissed.
Can I feel your pillowy soft lips?
Oh, what? Ashley, go to the doctor. Get a shot. Get a vaccination or something against... You don't know what you done sucked on now.
Y'all kiss? Y'all use tongue?
Okay.
It wasn't tongue.
Ashley's gonna swallow. So, man, you're looking at Jacqueline like she's been unfaithful to you?
All I gotta say is, and I know we're not supposed to say this word, but hoes ain't loyal. That's all I gotta say. Yeah. It's just taking the most available, easy piece of meat.
Right. Well, you calling her easy?
Are you getting really upset because I stole your girl? I mean, I miss steal your girl.
First of all, I'm not easy. Apparently you are.
She does jabs all the time.
I knew it. That's why I didn't want to tell her right away.
Everything that I taught her very well.
It's giving pimp.
Well,
Mia, she said I'm a better kisser.
Lies. Because I've kissed more than what you kissed, so.
Oh. So you kiss her lips down there?
Her southern lips?
Wait, what?
Mia is livid. I kind of like to see it.
Mia looks like a male pimp in heat. I'm just worried about Ashley's lips. She been on Mia.
All right, now Karen was funny as hell. That was funny as hell. Mia is disgusting. Her behavior was out of control. She was acting as if Jacqueline was her wife and she had just been cheated on. Or that maybe Ashley slid Jacqueline her hoe some money and she didn't pass it over to Mia the pimp. I mean, that was ridiculous. And the way she spoke to Jacqueline, I said, wait a minute. This is not your friend. The woman is disrespectful as hell. She treats you like shit and you just run around sniffing up under her like a lost damn puppy. No friend is going to talk to you like that. I thought that was disgusting. Karen is hilarious. She wants Ashley to be safe, get a little vaccination, check on your lips. Mia did not have to fill them in that she's been, tasting the lower lips. We don't need to know that you've been to the lower level. Remember Luann and Ramona? Anyway, we did not need to know that. They are just two oversharers. And it's always sharing some shit nobody wants to hear about. What did you guys think about Mia's behavior? Now, Ashley's drag name. I thought it was a bit too much, but it works for her, works for me. I don't have a drag name. And if I did, I don't know what it would be. They were shady as hell when they had the camera by Karen's room when she overslept and all you heard was that loud, obnoxious snoring. They didn't have to do her like this. Now, when they talk a little bit and Giselle says that Jamal is getting married, he refers to his future wife, who is now his wife, as his friends to the girls. Then she makes some kind of comment that his then future wife is not in the same league as her. I thought that was pretty disgusting. I didn't love that. That lady hasn't done anything to you. And I've seen that lady online and I think she's beautiful. You didn't have to do that, Giselle. You and Jamal have been done a long time. It wasn't necessary. Now, Jacqueline calling up her boyfriend to let him know that she kissed Ashley and Mia. Who gives a damn? And why do you need to call him? Just too damn much.
I just gotta speak on it. Because when we were in the villa, you said you're headed to Atlanta. But I thought you would be headed home, given everything that has happened with your kids. Aren't you rushing to go home?
Since then, the kids are having the time of their lives. They are jumping in pools and they're horseback riding and they want to stay on the farm for a couple more days.
But you don't want to check up
But
on
it's the
them,
context of
given
how they got there.
Now that I know their whereabouts, I've seen the photos, they are happy. I've talked to them. I asked them what did they want to do.
And my oldest is in Atlanta. I actually have to go to a basketball game. Heaven for freaking bed.
Wendy is all of us. Wendy is all of us. What the hell are you doing? Why are you going to Atlanta instead of going to see those children? You know why? Because one, she knew where the hell them kids was the entire time. I absolutely do not believe that story that she's got a basketball game to go to. Not at all. She is headed right down to see Ink, and she probably already had it planned that she was to Atlanta because she needed to give Ink the Panama puss. That's what she said on the phone. She said if I didn't have to go check on the kids, I would fly down to Atlanta and give you the Panama puss, or whatever that was that she said, but she did say Panama puss. Anyway, get down in the comments, you guys, and let me know what you think. And until next time, bye.